Yeah, so out of work got a new update today. Well, not exactly today, but it just got a new major update out to the beta branch where we got this new map called, I think, Moira or something pronounced along that nature. You know, all the shops and buildings and different sell points, different shops. You had a fuel station. These look like there are two sell points, a couple of different shops you can mess with. And then you also have the gas stations. And then they also released, we go in the top right and click land, the land purchasing system. So when we start this map, this map is quote unquote government land. And then up here in the top, they give us these two pieces of land for free to start. And each piece of land costs us $250,000. So in the hardcore mode and let's play we're starting right now, we have $100,000 to start with, and we use that to buy ourselves a loader, which we got up here at the mine site. And we managed to have just enough left to scrape together a, what's it called? A little wash plant. So we could put down this hopper here, and with the hopper, we got to connect the hopper to the sluice box and the water pump to the sluice box. So we might need a couple of conveyors to, extend it out a little bit. But got an arrow like direction, so I think we have to place it like this. I don't know. We're just gonna mess around a bit, and I'll come back with you when we have figured out what exactly we're gonna do for the plant. I think we're gonna have to take a little bit of money out as a loan, just to pay for the actual power, like a solar panel or something like that, and then we'll pay that off as soon as possible. But we'll see. Alrighty, guys. So what we got here is we have ourselves a water pump, a power input speed times 1, a sluice box because it's cheaper than the wash box and it'll hold the ore inside of it. And that's going to separate diamond, ruby, all the gems and the gold out of the dirt or pay dirt. So which means we need to get into actual pay dirt to get any money out of it. We got one big hopper and then an up 4x4. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these. We're going to start with the water pump. Kind of angle it off to where we want it, because wherever we set this up, there are going to be runoff or tailings coming out at the end unless we put a silo or some sort. So we're just going to angle it this way a little bit, push it out this way, and we're going to kind of just let the wash plant hang off the side of the mountain or the sluice box. So we'll put that there. We'll get our up installed, and then allow our hopper to be installed. The hitbox is just going to be a little bit hard to find with the two things overlapping, but it's there. You just gotta be patient with it. Boom. And you'll know it's right because it'll be facing backwards. You won't have the opening towards you, you have the opening away from you. And then you just take your power input and it'll be able to snap right here on the end. And there you go. Now the only thing we need to do left is, since we bought this loader and all this machinery, we are down to $2,000 left of our $100,000. So if we want to be able to do anything now, we can either A, sit here mining stuff by hand, which will take a very long time and not profit very much, to get money, so that way we can, let's say we sell the dirt, we got jack shit, like a couple dollars. Or we go to the bank and we take out a loan, and we're going to have to borrow just enough to be able to buy power. So if we go and look back at the store and go to factory and we go to power, we're going to need either a generator, but these run on generator fuel, so we have to keep buying fuel and putting it in there, or we can buy a solar panel. Now, I'm thinking your best bet's going to be a 300 kilowatt solar panel, because I don't think this is going to take, yeah, this only takes 284 kilowatts, so you can get away with the one solar panel to begin with. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to borrow that money and see about putting it in. 40,000, just in case we need fuel or anything like that, or maybe we want to put a silo down at the end so the dirt isn't just dropping off the mountain. So let's go back to that store, go to power, buy our solar panel, and maybe we'll even go ahead and buy ourselves one storage silo. Nope. No, we won't, because those are very expensive. Those are 25,000. Fair enough. Fair enough. I guess if you wanted to, if you're being really, really cheap, you could put a hopper at the end, and it would store the runoff dirt. But right now it's just gonna pile up right here, I think. I don't know. Let's put the solar panel down and find out. So you're gonna put the solar panel down, grab yourself a little bit of cable, and I mean a little bit. We'll grab ourselves like 10. Let's see if that'll work. Go from here to here. Yes, that only took one cable. So you might only need one cable. And then just like that, we should have the ability to process pay dirt. We can just leave this on. On. Guys, it's not turning on. We gotta turn the solar panel on? What? Okay. Solar panel's working. We have 300 kilowatts. You can hear it. I hit this thing, turn this thing on. Now you hear that, we got the plant running. Conveyors are indeed running. Water is flowing. So we should only have to just take a scoop of dirt and stick it in there. Let's test this baby out. This is about as cheap and as basic of a setup as you could possibly get in Outdoor. And this loader is the cheapest loader you can buy. So let's see. We'll start by eating away into this cliffside a bit. Alright, look, it made the tree fall. So if you see, if we go and look down at the end, as the dirt's being processed and going through, it's pooping itself out at the end. It's like kind of like tailings in a way, because it'll have processed, well, actually technically it's just running straight through because it's dirt and not pay dirt. But it would process any of the pay dirt out and then just leave you with this amount of dirt here. So if you can get yourself into some pay dirt, you'll be filtering that out, and that will be held inside of this inventory right here. Now, I think a smart thing to do, we do have $10,000, but you're going to need a solution for fuel. So I think your best bet with that $10,000 is to buy yourself a fuel station. Right? So then somewhere, I mean, oh, but they do have the fuel station in town that you can go to. So I guess you can work off of that to begin with. All right, don't listen to me then. Sell a fuel station. Purchase one big hopper. Can I sell my cables for it? Well, we're gonna have to move some dirt until we have some money. Alright, now we're finally getting a little bit of pay dirt in the bucket. You can see we had a little bit of coal go through there. Now here's the thing, you're not wasting any of this dirt by just letting it go through here, alright? You can go back and pick up anything you might have missed that went out the rear end, you know? Pick that back up with your bucket, put it off in a pile somewhere, like that coal, for instance, if we need that in the future. And you're not wasting it, it's, you know? It's just passing right through, allowing you to get the gold out of, you know, the pay dirt and everything else like that. Our sweet, sweet pay dirt. Now, your smartest move and your best next move would be to buy a storage silo and place that storage silo exactly where we are clearing the tailings from right now. And then you can use said storage silo as a switch by turning pass-through on and off and putting a conveyor incline with a hopper, dropper, or whatever at the end. You don't even need the hopper. And then you'll be able to fill trucks or whatnot with the runoff out of the silo. Or you can just take the stuff from the silo and put it in your inventory. Now, with that little bit of mining, we've got 134 gold ore, 31 diamond ore, 47 ruby ore, and 27 silicone. Now, in the next episodes or shorts, we'll show you how to refine said gold ore, diamond ore, and ruby ore to try to make some more money. Can we sell the water? Can I take the water? Yeah, it's worth a shot. So off of that, we are sitting at 9160, and we are just gonna go ahead and sell the gold ore right here. We'll get $2,600 from that little bit of gold ore we mined. That was maybe 5 buckets ran through the plant. In diamonds, we got $717 worth. Ruby, we have $987 worth. Silicone, we have $416 worth. Now, if we really want to be shiesty about it, you can go in, buy one big hopper, take that big hopper, place it right there. Boom. Now you have storage for the runoff. So we got maybe 20 minutes of runtime before we're out of fuel. Buy a fuel station. See where we can put it. That seems alright. Yeah. And then got $313 left. How much fuel will that get me? Wow, fuel is very cheap. Only $100 to fill that tank. That is not realistic whatsoever, but it does run out pretty fast, so maybe it's the consumption rate that we have to worry about. So we have some fuel. We got a little bit more pay dirt moving. Is it catching the runoff? Well, the runoff is no longer going on the floor. But this is also no longer capturing stuff. Are you not pushing your ore out? No. You have all of your dirt still in here. Or is the plant not on? The plant is not on. On? Oh. Adding that last hopper puts you over the electricity limit. So we cannot add that last hopper. It actually has to stay just like this. And leave the other stuff just dumping on the ground. And you just watch all the dirt and coal and randomness fall on the floor. As our gold ore, diamond ore, ruby ore, and silicone ore all stack up slowly. Now, how much would it be to purchase one of the gem, or I think it's a wash, a small wash plant. So if you save up $9,000, you can use this small wash plant and process gold ore, gems, and cement, apparently. Alright. Well, I would like to do that. You still going? You do it, but still appear to be moving. Not a whole lot. Just let that keep building up down there. Screw it. Damn, $10,000 off of just that? Well, that's pretty good. That means I could purchase the wash plant small. And we'll take that. We could even sell the big hopper, because I don't have the power to put that on the system. We would need another solar panel. Or stronger solar panel. Sell that one and replace it with something stronger or something. Or maybe replace it with a generator and just pay for fuel. Hard to say. Hard to say. But I can tell you that this small wash plant here doesn't cost any fuel. Yeah. It is gonna make us some moolah. Let's set them up right here. Yeah, I think we just put these in there. And we can make all of the things. And it's gonna take time. We could also do this with pay dirt. I cannot do anything with silicone. The silicone we must sell. You can smelt silicone in the future, but then we can also do the gold bars. We're not doing that right now. Right, so what we got going on here is we sold the big hopper we had, and now we have 2 wash plants. We got able to buy one off of the gold ore we sold from, you know, just the pay dirt we've been getting over here in the side of the mountain. Pay dirt's the lighter colored dirt. This darker colored stuff's gonna be coal. Let me show you. Yeah, coal. And if we go over here, pay dirt. So, and then this is gonna be regular dirt. You got all the different materials going. So we took all of the rubies and diamonds out of here, and we sold the pay dirt and silicone that was in there that gets separated out. Now we still obviously have the dirt and coal runoff and everything else that's coming out of here, but we're not really too worried about that. All we're worried about now is maximizing profits of what we do have, because we're really broke and we do have a loan going on. And what is our interest rate on said loan? We should probably work on paying that off. And we're going to need to also take out an even bigger loan to try to invest in more power infrastructure to slightly extend the wash plant for more profitability and less loss. So let's see What do a couple of these rubies and diamonds go for? Let's see. Diamonds, 588 for 14. Rubies, 231 for 6. I mean, that's gotta be better than the base. $1,000. Really makes you wonder what we're gonna do for power, but that is a future me's problem.